World number 1 Jannik Sinner delivered a commanding performance at the Cincinnati Open 2024, breezing past world number 32 Karen Khachanov in a match that ended in unfortunate circumstances due to Khachanov's injury. While the matchup promised to be a competitive clash, Khachanov's physical struggles turned the contest into a one-sided affair, allowing Sinner to advance with relative ease. From the beginning, Sinner took control, showcasing the same ruthless efficiency that has characterized his rise to the top of the ATP rankings. The Italian star's powerful ground strokes, precise serves, and impeccable movement put Khachanov on the back foot right away. Sinner's ability to dictate rallies with his deep, heavy shots left little room for Khachanov to establish his game. Despite Khachanov's best efforts to stay in the match, it quickly became clear that something wasn't right. Early in the first set, Khachanov appeared to be moving cautiously, favoring one side during his lateral movement. The Russian's usual powerful game was noticeably compromised, and he struggled to generate the speed and spin needed to challenge Sinner. While Khachanov tried to push through the pain, his reduced mobility and compromised strokes made it difficult for him to mount any significant resistance against the relentless Sinner. As the match wore on, the extent of Khachanov's injury became more apparent. His first serves lost their usual bite, and his once reliable backhand began to falter under the pressure of Sinner's relentless onslaught. Sinner, sensing his opponent's difficulties, maintained a professional focus, sticking to his aggressive game plan while also being mindful of not taking unnecessary risks. The world number 1 continued to play clean and efficient tennis, forcing Khachanov into errors and taking advantage of any opportunity to finish points early. Injuries are always an unfortunate part of sports, and Khachanov's situation is a prime example of how quickly things can turn. What could have been an intriguing showdown between two high-caliber players instead became a straightforward victory for Sinner. Khachanov's discomfort was evident in his limited court coverage and reluctance to engage in longer rallies, which played right into Sinner's hands. Despite the circumstances, Sinner showed no signs of letting up, executing his shots with precision and intensity. The match reached its inevitable conclusion as Khachanov's condition deteriorated further. With his movement severely hampered and his ability to generate power nearly gone, Khachanov had little choice but to accept the outcome. Sinner, ever the professional, remained composed throughout, closing out the match without breaking a sweat. Although the victory was not the result of a hard-fought battle, Sinner's consistency and clinical execution highlighted why he remains the top player in the world. For Sinner, this win serves as another stepping stone in his pursuit of the Cincinnati Open title, as he continues his quest to add yet another trophy to his growing collection. However, the story of this match is undoubtedly one of missed opportunity for Khachanov, whose injury derailed any hopes of pulling off an upset. Despite the disappointing result, Khachanov's fighting spirit deserves recognition, as he refused to retire and battled on in the face of adversity. As the tournament progresses, Sinner will be looking to build on this momentum and carry his form into the later rounds. Meanwhile, Khachanov's focus will likely shift to recovery and ensuring he can return to full fitness as soon as possible. This match serves as a reminder that in tennis, even the slightest physical setback can completely alter the course of a contest, leaving both players and fans to ponder what might have been had Khachanov been fully fit. In a dominant display at the Cincinnati Open 2024, world number 1 Jannik Sinner showcased why he is considered the best in the world, effortlessly overcoming Alex Michelsen, who is currently ranked 57th. The much-anticipated match, which many thought might be a closer contest, ended in straight sets, further solidifying Sinner's position at the pinnacle of men's tennis. From the very first game, Sinner asserted his dominance. The young Italian star, known for his precision and power, quickly set the tone with a barrage of relentless ground strokes that kept Michelsen on the back foot. Sinner's forehand, in particular, was a lethal weapon throughout the match, consistently finding the lines and forcing Michelsen into defensive positions. Every time Michelsen tried to engage in rallies, Sinner's superior shot-making and court awareness shut down his attempts. Michelsen, a rising star in his own right, had his moments during the match. The American, who has been making waves with his aggressive play and strong serve, showed flashes of his potential. There were a few occasions where he managed to hit winners and disrupt Sinner's rhythm, reminding the crowd why he is considered one of the sport's promising young talents. However, these moments were too few and far between to seriously challenge the world's top player. One of the critical aspects of Sinner's game that stood out was his serve. Throughout the match, Sinner's serve was nearly unbreakable, consistently clocking high speeds and placing Michelsen under immense pressure. Sinner hit several aces and service winners, making it difficult for Michelsen to gain any momentum. Even when Michelsen managed to return the serve, Sinner was quick to take control of the point with his aggressive baseline play, In addition to his powerful ground strokes and serves, Sinner's tactical versatility was on full display. He mixed up his shots beautifully, incorporating drop shots and volleys that kept Mickelson guessing. Sinner's ability to transition from defense to offense with such fluidity made it nearly impossible for Mickelson to settle into any kind of rhythm. Whether it was pulling Mickelson forward with a delicate drop shot or finishing points at the net with crisp volleys, Sinner demonstrated a complete game that few players on the tour can match. The first set saw Sinner establish his dominance early on. He broke Mickelson's serve in the third game and never looked back, consolidating his lead with a series of powerful service games. Mickelson tried to respond with more aggressive play, but Sinner's court coverage and defensive skills were too much for the young American. Every time Mickelson attempted to step up his game, Sinner was there to counter with a combination of power and precision. The second set followed a similar pattern, with Sinner continuing to dictate the pace. Mickelson showed glimpses of resilience, holding serve in a few tightly contested games, but Sinner's relentless pressure eventually wore him down. Sinner secured another early break and cruised through the rest of the set, closing out the match with a commanding performance that left no doubt about his superiority. As the match concluded, it was evident that Sinner was operating on a different level. His composure, shot selection, and execution were all impeccable, reflecting the qualities that have made him the world number one. For Mickelson, the match was a tough but valuable learning experience. Facing an opponent of Sinner's caliber is a challenge that few players are equipped to handle, and while Mickelson was outplayed, the experience will undoubtedly contribute to his development as he continues to climb the ranks. With this victory, Sinner moves deeper into the tournament, where he is widely regarded as the favorite to lift the trophy. His performance against Mickelson is a statement of intent, showing that he is not only in top form, but also that he is determined to maintain his status as the best in the world. As the Cincinnati Open 2024 progresses, all eyes will be on Jannik Sinner as he continues to dominate the field and push for yet another title in what is shaping up to be a remarkable season.